Hello, my name is Shayna Wyman. I grew up on my family's ranch outside of the small community of Tinsley, Wyoming. Growing up on the ranch was the best part of my childhood. I spent most of my time with my dad riding horses and chasing cows. He worked endlessly trying to keep the ranch financially stable, while my mom worked to help support our family. Their hard work and the willingness to believe in their dreams is what I admire most about my parents. Hard work and belief are traits I believe are important to succeed in any field of work. Following in their example and experiences, I learned an important life lesson about hard work and family values. Being reared and going to school in a small community such as Tinsley was a life about which even privileged children could only dream. The town was so close-knit that we were unable to make ruckus without our parents finding out about it. We still managed to find trouble. Most of the children in my class became very close friends, and the friendships continue today. We had several families move in and leave. I graduated with a classroom total of 6. During high school, I had bought a herd of 50 heifers. It was my dream to become a cattle rancher just like my dad, but I also wanted to go to college. So I chose a school in Powell, Wyoming and studied equine science and bovine husbandry. Came home every weekend to ride my horses and tend to my cows. During this time, a financial crisis hit our ranch and my parents were forced to sell out. I refused to sell my cows because they were my dream and my future, so I leased land from other ranchers until I could figure out my next move. My next move brought me to Buffalo, Wyoming, and I landed a job at the YMCA as a sports coordinator. In the beginning, the job was very frustrating, but it guided me toward a passion for working with children. I worked at the YMCA for 2 years and served as a child care coordinator before I decided to go back to school and work towards my teaching degree. Just as the young individuals at the YMCA have influenced me and given me a love for teaching, I will make a positive difference in each and every child's life and help them recognize their ability and potential to achieve their dreams. I will demonstrate a love for teaching and in turn instill in them a love for learning. I hope to model the traits of hard work and faith that I recognized in my parents as a young child, as they are the best teachers I have ever had. I decided to become a teacher after I took a job at the YMCA as a sports coordinator. On my first day, instead of coordinating sports, I was thrown into a gym and expected to supervise an after-school group. The group included grades K through 6 on one side of the gym and middle school-aged children on the other side. I was to supervise and guide the K through 6th grade group. The group was a combination of children, from those who had many advantages to children who had been labeled as troubled, many of whom had been kicked out of their after-school programs. In the beginning, the job was difficult because I had no interest in or experience with children. I was unhappy, and so were the children. Faced with the prospect of being unhappy at my new job, I worked to improve the quality of the program. I started planning activities for the time we spent together. My plans, in fact, were terrible. I didn't adapt plans for age appropriateness or range of motor skills, and I didn't understand how children interacted, learned, or played. The initiative I took to improve the quality of our time together helped me build strong relationships with the children. I realized a good relationship with individual personalities was the best tool available. My goal is to continually work on these connections through listening, communication, and honesty. There are many different ways to view teaching. To me, teaching is more than lecturing in front of a classroom. Teaching is guiding, expecting, having fun, and loving. The most influential teachers in my life were people who held me to high expectations, guided me through hard times, were fun to be with, and most importantly, it felt as though they loved me. These people were not necessarily teachers, they were leaders. They led through their actions. They were always hardworking, caring, and compassionate people. To be a great teacher, I believe I will need these same qualities.